Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Off of play action, Darnold. And he's got his man, Hilton. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Geis with a carry on second down. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 47. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. You. Go.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Throwing now is Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw once more on second and 10. Wentz. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that
he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check, 47. Hey, 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, Charlie.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard. Let's go, get excited. Let's go. You go, son. 27, Mike 27. You remember, lady. Let's go, baby. Both seconds. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Jordan. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
The warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him down, and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Geis. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. the 39. Darnold. And the catch made by Hill down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's got it to Hilton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Out of the gun, Geis behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
X3, 218, jump.
They run with Geis. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time. It's more. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Wentz now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Faking the give, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Not wanting to risk it, safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Redskins send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a move point there as they were able to connect. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Wentz again. He'll find Taylor. That's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now on 2nd and 16, Darnold. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Darnold on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 13 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple, Darnold looking deep for Hilton. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strip that ball.
Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, he he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Darnold. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. On first down, this is Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Check 99. Check 99. You draw Porter. Plan 80. The lady. 25. Check 25. Check recon. 132 fighter.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Complete to Hilton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 26. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Here we go. 120! Watch the run.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Going left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wentz. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Wentz to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Darnold now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. One last throw down for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game